It's where you live, it's where you grow, it's where your dreams unfold. It's in every chapter of every story, it's more than just a home.
Hi, I'm Joy Robertson, and welcome back to It's More Than Just a Home. We launched our show 2 weeks ago when Rick Ramsey took us behind the scenes at our Ozarks Lodge. We learned how this lodge-style home was designed, what it takes to pump enough water for a man-made lake, and we relaxed in the outdoor living area. Last week, Rick introduced us to the Wilmoth family, who were building the largest Habitat for Humanity home in the Ozarks. And we hung out with Erica Lee from Erica Lee Design Studios.
We are here. It's Ozarks Lodge Day. We are installing probably today and tomorrow.
We also met Shelley from Cabinet Concepts by Design.
Here, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, corners are always a challenge. Some people design cabinets or kitchens with no corners at all because they don't like corners. But this kitchen...
Shelley took us on the tour of the kitchen and office cabinets that were built custom for the Ozarks Lodge. We promised you a look at the cabinets in the master bedroom, the bathroom, the closet, and the garage. So here's Rick with Shelley to finish our tour of the cabinets here in the Ozarks Lodge.
This is the master suite, and details wall to wall.
It is beautiful detailing. Again, the client did have a lot of things they wanted to put on display, so we've created an area right adjacent from the bed, this beautiful bookcase with some custom doors that we did. They also wanted to hide their TV most of the time. So what we did is we put the TV behind bifold doors. They wanted it high enough so when they were laying in bed, they wouldn't have to sit completely up to see the TV.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So these doors bifold and pull on back. So when the client wants to
view television,
there it is. And then when they don't want to see it, they can just close it on up.
And again, we're doing areas of display. We've got closed and open.
Yes.
So it's keeping in that theme.
Then they created this beautiful sitting area that complements and extends this entertainment unit all the way over into the sitting area.
Right. Let's take a look in the master bathroom. I think what I like the most here is just this symmetry of it, but the usability. It's got both.
Well, the great thing about this bathroom, it does have a lot of great space, but we have a lot of linen storage, and we also have a lot of storage for toiletries and, you know, your hair products and all of those different things. So
right. I mean, so many people make a mistake. They don't put enough cabinet space because most of the time in the bathroom, you don't want to display those types of things.
Right. It needs to be behind doors. A lot of people ask me, well, I want to do glass in there. I'm like, okay, what are you going to put behind those glass doors? Are you putting deodorant behind there and hairspray, or are you going to put something pretty behind that?
Right.
And usually it's better off to be behind closed doors.
I would totally agree with that. Yeah. This is our laundry, and I think the style rail is the same design of the cabinet, the drawer fronts and door fronts. So, but it's a painted finish.
It is a painted finish. One of the things we do in a lot of homes, in the kitchens and the main areas, we'll do construction methods. We did an inset construction in the kitchen, which is a little more upscale, more expensive to produce. But in laundry rooms, a lot of times we'll do something that complements that construction, but doesn't necessarily cost as much.
So the fronts actually lay over the frame of the cabinet.
We did a half-inch overlay construction in here, which saves the client a little bit of money, but they still have the look of the rest of the house, and everything complements very well.
Let's look at the master closet, because this thing is nice. This is part of your Simply Organized by Design?
Yes, it's a division of our company. One of the things that we love to do is closets and garage organization. And so when we design closets, we do it based on a customer's inventory. And so in this particular closet, it's very simple organizational system, but once they get their stuff in here, it's going to fit great. And they're going to come in here every day, have this wonderful island with lots of drawer storage.
So let's take a look. Last but not least is the area that I appreciate, and that's the garage.
Yes.
This is a really durable product that you've built. Explain a little bit about what's different about a garage cabinet versus an indoor cabinet.
So a garage cabinet is going to want to withstand the elements of being outside. So it needs to be a very stable product. We still use our wood drawers in here.
Okay.
We do have the option to do metal drawers as well, though. It is a high pressure laminate. And what we'll do on the garage cabinets, though, is put this aluminum extrusion, which is a finger groove, and put that on the doors and the drawers. So
Easy to grab.
it's easy to grab. If you have grease on your
Durable.
hands,
Yep.
you know, this is supposed to be a working area, so it needs to
Right.
withstand.
Has a workbench,
Exactly.
built-in sink on this one, which
Yep.
is great.
So we do a lot of the butcher block tops. Maple usually in a garage is what
Okay.
we'll do on the surface, and just as an oiled surface. So
Oh, okay.
this isn't supposed to stay scratch-free forever. I mean,
Right.
it's a working
It's made to-
surface. but
made to
you-
use
it
and
can be-
abuse.
Yep, it could be re-oiled at any time.
Clean
and-
fish.
Clean fish. You can
Yeah.
clean fish. I'm not going to clean fish, but if somebody wants to clean fish, they can.
Okay, good.
So.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Cabinets could take up as much as 15% of the new home's construction budget, so making sure cabinets look great and are functional is an important part of new home construction. I think you'll agree with me when I say Cabinet Concepts by Design has done a great job on the cabinets for the Ozarks Lodge. Well, I think it's time we open the windows to let in a little fresh air. After the break, Rick will show you how he painstakingly selected the perfect windows for this home. So stick around.
It's more than just a home. It's in every chapter of every story. It's more than just a home.
Welcome back to It's More Than Just a Home. I'm your host, Joy Robertson. The windows for the Ozarks Lodge are a solid wood window with an aluminum cladding on the exterior. Rick also specially selected a glass called Low E66, which greatly reduces the UV lighting. And when you have a view like this, you have to have a lot of windows. Let's catch up with Rick as he talks to John from Windsor Windows.
So John, we're here at the Ozarks Lodge home, and I don't think it could have turned out any better, and the windows played a huge part in this. Give us a little idea of what you think went into the windows to kind of pull off that lodge look.
Well, first thing that really stands out is the windows blend in with the architecture of the home really well. You've chosen an SDL option, a simulated divided light. an OG grill pattern, which goes really well with this rustic lodge look.
So explain simulated divided light. We refer to it as SDL bars.
Right. And simulated divided light is to actually replicate the old traditional wood window look of true divided lights, individual panes of glass.
So in the old days, the houses,
Yeah.
there was, if you had a,
Exactly.
so for instance, at the top of our windows, there's there would be 8 different pieces of glass.
Individual pieces of glass, and that's labor intensive. It's actually more efficient this way as well. It's one piece of glass,
Okay.
and we use a simulated grill and inner bar between the glass, and then exterior applied permanent grills and interior
Okay.
applied permanent grills to give you that traditional wood window look, true divided window look.
And I think what I enjoy so much about the look, we're at the back of the home right now, is we've got all the large pieces of glass at eye level and down.
Yeah.
So when you're inside looking out, you can see this great view.
Right. You got a great unobstructed view. but
Right.
You keep the traditional look with the simulated divided lights above that.
Up on the transom
Yeah.
windows. Tell us a little bit about the product that we chose here for the Ozarks Lodge home.
Okay, this is our Pinnacle Clad line.
Mhm.
It's an aluminum exterior. It's a powder coat paint. It's a very durable finish. Pinnacle Clad window products have a wood interior, so you have the option of staining or painting. We have 3 wood species available. We have pine, we have fir, and we have alder.
It's almost become like a jewelry for windows
Oh
with
my-
all the different colors for
Yeah.
handles, and
Exactly.
some people call them cranks, but
Yep.
you know, handles and locks, and so you've got a lot of options in that as well.
Yeah, hardware options. I mentioned the powder coat paint. We have
Mm-hmm.
50 colors available in powder coat, so it'll match any design or any color scheme that the homeowner is looking for. But this particular hinge patio door is a French style door, which goes with this type of architecture with a lodge look. So you've got the wide bottom rails, the
What
wide
is that, about
styles.
8 inches? Or?
It's about an 8-inch bottom
Yep.
rail, correct. And then you have like 5 1/4-inch top rail, then
Okay.
4.5-inch styles.
Okay.
So for the modern look, we have a narrow style and rail door.
Okay.
Where all these are about 3 3/16 on your styles.
Okay.
And about 4-inch on your bottom and top rails. So it gives
A lot more
more
glass.
glass. Yep. And especially when you start getting taller, it just opens that up and looks a lot more modern.
I know with my customers, I'm seeing more and more people putting fixed windows in and only operating the ones that they have to
For
meet,
egress.
to meet code.
Yeah. With the fixed windows, like you see here, this is a picture window, so it has a picture sash. So we could even go a little bit narrower with this profile with a direct set window. So you don't have this sash look, you have more of just a aluminum stop with the glass butt right up to it. We can go up to 60 square feet in an individual window.
Gives you a lot more options for the large size.
Yep. As you mentioned earlier, Rick, this is the Low E 366 glass with argon.
Yep.
So you can see from outside there's some slight tinting effect. If the sun wasn't hitting this directly, it wouldn't be as noticeable.
So
You
you have
wouldn't the
3 layers
reflection.
of spray.
Three layers of low E coating,
Yep.
and then you have 66% visible light transmittance. So
Okay.
it's still allowing plenty of natural light into the home, but reflecting the heat out.
It's a little harder to see in than it is seeing out.
Correct.
Seeing out,
Correct.
the visibility is still really good.
And that's what we find most people want. They want
Right.
the natural light appearance on the inside,
Right.
but still giving some privacy or lending
Yeah.
to the architecture.
you
of
don't
the
want to
house on
wave
the
at
outside.
everybody outside.
Right, exactly.
Well, I think the windows really accent the style, like I said, and we appreciate you guys letting us use your windows on this home, and I think they turned out great.
We appreciate it too. It looks
Well,
great.
thank you. Thank you.
And as you can see, the large windows help give this lodge home a very spacious look, and the natural light helps bring out the wood tones in the home. And speaking of space, how much space does it take to comfortably sleep 9 people? Well, after the break, we'll take you to our Habitat for Humanity home to see how this project will get its start.
So this house has a lot of square footage compared to what we normally build.
Yes.
So budget is going to be something we definitely need to keep in mind.
It's more than just a home.
Welcome back. Last week we introduced you to the Wilma family. They're in the process of getting a new home through Habitat for Humanity, and we are following the whole process. This week, Erica Lee of Erica Lee Design Studios went to meet with Habitat for Humanity to find out exactly what it takes to design a Habitat home.
So we're going to talk to Mark. He's going to show us, the types of selections and things that we can make and how we can make this a really unique process for everybody involved. Hey!
Hello.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Welcome to our model home.
Ta-da! So show me the stuff.
I think as you'll see that we do have some really quality products.
Okay.
Probably a little better than you might have imagined. We're doing builder grade stuff. We also have local vendors that give us heavy discounts, wholesale pricing, which allows us to put in a little bit better quality material as well.
That's wonderful. Cool.
Also, we get all of our refrigerators and stoves donated by Whirlpool Corporation. They actually donate to every habitat in the United States.
So let's say one of our build partners with Ramsey Building Company would love to donate some cabinetry. Is that something that they can do?
I believe so, as long as we stay in the same kind of quality and grade of cabinetry.
Okay.
It's pretty tricky because you'll be donating it to Habitat, not to the family, so we still have to roll it into the cost of the home.
If the person who wants to donate it says, I'll discount this light to match what it would cost you to put the standard light in, that might make it easier as well.
It's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be wonderful.
So this house has a lot of square footage compared to what we normally build.
Yes.
So budget is going to be something we definitely need to keep in mind. And as you'll see on the option sheet, they have a $500 shopping spree to go on, and they can choose extra ceiling fans.
Even though we have this big a budget, it doesn't cost a lot to make sure that we're keeping someone's story in mind and making sure that, I really feel like a building is just a building, but when you put life in it, it just really tells the portrait of the people who live there and their likes and dislikes and who they are, and that's really cool, and we should aim for that.
With all the parameters Erica has to work in, it will be interesting to see what interior design ideas she'll come up with. I can't wait to see.
That door's a good
One of the most exciting days in the home building process is move-in day. For the Ozarks Lodge, it took 2 days to move everything into this home.
We are rug wrangling. It's the most important part. I can't breathe because I just help lift that.
After the break, Erica Lee will be back to take you behind the scenes on day 1 of move-in day.
So we went on an antique shopping trip with the homeowners. I really feel like a house shouldn't just be all new things, and you get a
It's more than just a home.
morning, friends. It's a really great day. I just got to work. We are loading up to install the Ozarks Lodge House. We're currently moving in large pieces of furniture.
Yeah, I think it's standing right here.
We will move all the furniture in, set it, get it ready, get it clean up after ourselves. That's the majority of the morning. After we get all the furniture set, then what we will do is go through and do accessorizing. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of ducks. Oh yeah. We're going to be setting beds, dressing out the beds, linens, florals, and then helping the shades installer. He'll be installing shades, draperies, any window treatment that we've specified. Some of them are really pretty and I'm excited to see them up. We're setting rugs.
You ready?
This was a piece that they already had at their home, and somehow magically, if you can think about this bed has to get lifted while we move a rug under it and under the people that are holding it. And we've done it before, and it's magical, and we have a system for that, but I wouldn't wish that on anybody's mother. It's terrible. But we're gonna do it. It's gonna be good. Does that look centered, or is that centered? We're gonna find out. A lot of people call us marriage therapists because our goal is to marry his style and her style, because usually they're vastly different. But what's really cool is when it's him and her together, it creates a dynamic space. Contrast equals interest, and it helps your eye to wander around the room. If there's no contrast, everything is the same. It just really dies and it's really boring. So the contrast of him and her really made for a really unique space, I think. The rustic matched with the very traditional is just really pretty. It's really relaxing, it's warm, it's comfortable, it's inviting. We really wanted to make a space where they could entertain business colleagues and things of that nature, as well as their own family. I just want you to look at it like 3 things. Okay. This is one. These doors have to get put back on. Just really look over the piece if you wouldn't mind. It's just disheartening when we do a large project like this and somebody comes in and they're not really sure how to hang their own art, how to set up their pieces, their accessories that mean something to them. And so to make this house really a home, our goal is to take the old and the new and blend it together. Otherwise, we find that we get just a really cold, uninviting space. And so to make this somebody's unique individual home that is a reflection of them and tells their story, we want to professionally set all that together with a very good professional eye, really good at professional installers, really good move crew. Come together, bring it all together, and make it something that when somebody walks in, they know it's their home. It feels really good to them. And a lot of times at the end of a project, if a homeowner cries, I just know I've done my job well. So we're really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to show you everything. Yeah, that looks about right.
The table, or?
The table isn't centered, so let's pull this way. This is a big day for us in the next 2 days. I use this analogy all the time. Building a home like this is like birthing a baby. Probably I use this analogy because I've birthed 3 children in the last 4 years. But, you know, you start the process with the home designer and the architect or whomever, and you are just newly pregnant and you're super excited, and then the project goes on and you're a little bit more pregnant and a little bit more pregnant, and by about 8 or 9 months, people tend to get really itchy and really stressed. I'll get panicked phone calls on most every project, not this project. These homeowners are really low key and chill, but most projects I'll get oh my gosh, this paint color is terrible. And so we're at the 9-month pregnancy mark where everybody's uncomfortable, everybody's done, everybody's tired. And this for me is like catching that baby and delivering it to them. It touches all the feels for me. Is why I do what I do. It's seeing it all come together. You know, I dream something up, and then to see it come to fruition is really rewarding. I just get really excited about it, and I know the rest of my team does too.
Move-in day is a little hard work and a lot of fun. I can say that because it wasn't me lifting all those heavy couches. Well, we're not quite done with this house yet. Next week we'll take a look at the garage doors. We'll show you how this large tile shower was assembled. And we'll take a look at Phoenix marble and how it's made. Rick and I want to thank you for taking this journey with us. And if you want to see these segments again and learn more about the vendors who built the Ozarks Lodge, go to RamseyBuilding.com. Until next week, let's get building.